Hello, Cha-Cha here to give my 10 tips that I use to go from this to this.
Oh, he's got spinnies.
All right,
He's got spinnies.
let's go.
Did Juggling Jamie just put up a 66.5?
Tip number 1, read the description carefully. Each week, the video description is going to contain the most detailed information regarding that week's challenge. Important things to watch out for are gate size limits, location requirements such as must be performed inside, camera angle limits, how the trick must be performed, such as using constant loop motion or with the object in view, and other important things that you need to complete so that way you don't give away a free letter. Tip number 2, start early in the week. You're given approximately 7 days between challenges. If you're subscribed to the Patreon, you get a couple additional days on top of that. But start early so that way, in case something bad happens, you have time to potentially still pull it off or repair your broken equipment, or complete it early and then you have a couple days to relax. For some of the really hard challenges, it might take you the full 7 days of trying every single day to finally nail it. So don't procrastinate. Tip number 3, use the simulator. The simulator is going to be a great tool for learning the trick, understanding the movements, the muscle memory needed to complete it, and getting those initial crashes out of the way as you try something that you've never tried before. I know it's not a perfect translation between, simulator and real life, but it's going to be extremely helpful to start nailing it in the simulator and build your confidence for when you bring it to the real world. Number 4, break down the combo. Is it a crazy 9-step combo filled with tricks that you've never even seen before? Well, break down the combo into the individual tricks, and from there, break those down into their individual components. Maybe you've completed all those tricks, but you've never strung them together in that order. Break it down, and then slowly work on each piece, and then work on slowly stringing those together until you get the combo down. Tip number 5, maximize your space. Use the maximum allowable gate size. Use the maximum allowable object height. If you're doing it indoors and keep knocking into things, try it outdoors where there's more open space. If you're using a bigger whoop, such as an 85 mil, try a smaller whoop, such as a 65 mil. Sometimes, especially during those precision combos, that extra inch can be the difference between failing and passing. Tip number 6, increase your battery tolerance. Each session, work on increasing the number of batteries that you can go through before getting fatigued. If each session you're going through more and more batteries, that means more time spent flying, which in turn is going to make you a better pilot, help you become more familiar with the combo, and give you the highest chance of success for completing that week's challenge. Tip number 7, have backup parts. This is going to be a little different for everyone based on their disposable income and how invested they are in the game, but having backup parts can be a game changer. If you're in a session and something breaks and you're able to just swap the spare component on, or your whoop's not flying great that day and you're able to just swap to your backup, those are all going to help limit frustration and help you maximize your time with each session working on the combo instead of repairing parts. Tip number 8, consider your camera angle. Some tricks are easier with a higher camera angle. Some of them are easier with a lower camera angle. I know this isn't the best practice for eventually learning and mastering a trick, but this is IGOW. We're just trying to get the weekly challenge done and survive another week. So if you can move it up or down and it makes the trick significantly easier, take the win. Tip number 9, give the full combo a try. Even if you've broken down the parts and you're just getting frustrated because there's a part that you can't get consistent, or even a few parts that you can't get consistent, go ahead and give that full combo in the correct order a try, because you never know what might happen. All you need is one lucky attempt. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be passing. Tip number 10, work on your weaknesses. Whether it's trippy spins, Baranis, Matty flips, power loops, half Matties, it could be anything. Any tricks that you feel are a weak area or that scare you, whenever you have an easy week or spare time, go ahead and start practicing those, because they're going to show up later in the game whether you like it or not, so you might as well start practicing. I hope you found those tips useful and are able to put them into practice. I'll see you next season.